After a brutal and protracted battle that reduced the heart of the Nazi Empire to rubble, the Soviet Red Army today announced the complete capture of Berlin. This momentous victory marks a decisive turning point in World War II in Europe, signaling the imminent collapse of Adolf Hitler's regime and the end of years of devastating conflict on the continent. Weeks of relentless fighting culminated in the final assault on the German capital. Soviet forces, pushing through fierce resistance from the remaining Wehrmacht soldiers, Waffen-SS units, and even civilian conscripts, fought street by street, building by building, to reach the symbolic center of Nazi power. The once grand boulevards and iconic landmarks of Berlin became the stage for a bloody and desperate last stand. Eyewitness accounts from Soviet soldiers paint a picture of intense urban warfare. Artillery fire rained down on the city, turning buildings into shattered husks. Snipers lurked in the ruins, and hand-to-hand combat was commonplace. The determination of the Red Army, fueled by years of sacrifice and a burning desire to avenge the atrocities committed by the Nazi regime, ultimately proved too strong for the depleted and demoralized German forces. The capture of the Reichstag, the German parliament building, yesterday marked a symbolic high point in the battle. Images of Soviet soldiers raising their flag atop the heavily damaged building have already become iconic, representing the triumph of the Allied forces over Nazi tyranny. While pockets of resistance continued in the city, today's announcement confirms that these have been largely neutralized, and Berlin is now firmly under Soviet control. The news of Berlin's fall has been met with jubilation by Allied forces and civilians across the globe. In Moscow, spontaneous celebrations erupted in the streets as people rejoiced at the prospect of peace. Allied leaders issued statements praising the bravery and perseverance of the Soviet Red Army, acknowledging their crucial role in bringing about the downfall of Nazi Germany. However, the victory in Berlin comes at a tremendous cost. Both sides suffered immense casualties during the battle. The once vibrant city lies in ruins, its infrastructure shattered, and its civilian population facing a precarious future. The immediate aftermath of the fighting will focus on securing the city, providing aid to the surviving inhabitants, and establishing a semblance of order. The capture of Berlin effectively decapitates the Nazi leadership. While rumors of Adolf Hitler's fate remain unconfirmed, the fall of his capital signifies the end of his reign of terror. With Berlin in Allied hands, the remaining German forces face an increasingly hopeless situation. Negotiations for unconditional surrender are expected to intensify in the coming days, potentially bringing an end to the war in Europe within a matter of weeks. The Allied powers now face the daunting task of rebuilding a continent ravaged by war and establishing a lasting peace. The agreements reached at previous conferences, such as Yalta, will now need to be implemented to shape the post-war order. The world watches with a mixture of relief and apprehension as the dawn of a new era begins to break over a war-torn Europe. The fall of Berlin is a monumental step towards that new era, a testament to the courage and sacrifice of those who fought against fascism, and a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of unchecked aggression. The world will forever remember May 2, 1945, as the day the heart of Nazi darkness was extinguished.